Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Trump supports National Security Advisor Mike Waltz after military plans leak. Trump reinforces U.S. interest in Greenland amid criticism from leaders. Trump administration stopped some green card processing over fraud concerns. Senate committee voted on Dr. Mehmet Oz's nomination to lead Medicare and Medicaid services. Senate Democrats challenge Trump's Social Security nominee over agency disruptions. Governor Hochul announces $160 million plan to improve Q70 bus service to LaGuardia Airport. Mayor Adams announces $5.5 million investment to expand free swim lessons for 18,000 NYC students. Oscar-winning director Hamdan Bilal released after alleged attack by Israeli settlers and army detainment. Venezuelan immigrants deported to Venezuela via Honduras after U.S. agreement. Russia and Ukraine agree to ensure Black Sea safety. Trinity Rodman returns to US WNT for friendlies against Brazil. And Hamza shines but a wasteful Bangladesh held to goalless draw against India. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump supported his national security advisor Mike Waltz after The Atlantic reported that Waltz accidentally included journalist Jeffrey Goldberg in a private chat where military plans for Yemen were discussed. Trump called Waltz a good man and said he had learned a lesson. The incident occurred when Goldberg was added to a group chat on the Signal messaging app by one of Waltz's staffers. Trump dismissed the leak, stating it had no impact at all on the military operation. He described the situation as the only glitch in 2 months and not serious. While Democratic lawmakers raised concerns over the security breach, White House officials defended the chat, asserting that no classified information was shared. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also emphasized that nobody was texting war plans. The National Security Council stated the leak was part of deep and thoughtful policy coordination and confirmed the Houthi operation's success without any threat to national security. President Donald Trump reiterated on Monday that the U.S. may pursue taking over Greenland, calling it important for national security. His comments came after leaders from the Danish territory criticized a planned visit by a U.S. delegation later this week. Trump said that Greenland could be in the U.S.'s future and that his administration is in talks with people from Greenland, though he didn't specify who. They are calling us, he added. We are not calling them. Greenland's outgoing Prime Minister Mudgede labeled the U.S. trip as a provocation and made it clear that his government would not meet with the visiting delegation. The visit, set for Thursday to Saturday, will include officials like Usha Vance, the wife of Vice President J.D. Vance, and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Trump's push for U.S. annexation of Greenland gained attention earlier this year after his son Donald Trump Jr. visited the island privately in January. The Trump administration paused the processing of some green card applications, including those from approved refugees, as part of a stricter immigration vetting effort. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services recently suspended certain green card requests from immigrants with refugee or asylum status. This decision left many in legal limbo even after providing they could face persecution in their home countries. Refugees go through years of security checks, medical screenings, and interviews before entering the U.S. Asylees are already in the U.S. and receive protection through immigration courts. Both groups must prove they are at risk due to political views, race, or religion. The administration had also suspended refugee programs and restricted asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border. Last month, it paused immigration applications from Latin America and Ukraine over fraud concerns. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed the move, citing executive orders from President Trump. The administration also plans to review immigrants' social media accounts for security checks. More changes to immigration policies are expected in the coming weeks. The Senate Finance Committee voted on whether to move forward with Dr. Mehmet Oz's nomination to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services under President Trump. Earlier this month, Oz, a former heart surgeon and a TV host, appeared before the committee, which includes 14 Republicans and 13 Democrats. If confirmed, he will oversee nearly $1.5 trillion in federal spending on Medicare and Medicaid. Oz, known for hosting the Dr. Oz Show, previously worked as a professor of cardiac surgery at Columbia University. In 2022, he ran for a Senate seat in Pennsylvania but lost to John Fetterman. During his confirmation hearing, some Republican senators supported him, while Democrats criticized him for allegedly dodging taxes and raised concerns about his stance on abortion and potential conflicts of interest. Oz pledged to resign from his business positions and divest from healthcare companies. If his nomination moves to the full Senate, Republicans can lose up to 3 votes and still confirm him, with Vice President J.D. Vance as the tiebreaker. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. President Donald Trump's nominee to lead the Social Security Administration, Frank Bisignano, faced tough questioning from Senate Democrats during his confirmation hearing. Senators raised concerns about recent disruptions, including layoffs and issues with services at the agency. Democrats asked Bisignano about his involvement with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency and Musk's criticism of Social Security. Bisignano denied being part of discussions on personnel changes and sidestepped questions about Musk's attacks on the program. He assured senators he would protect Social Security benefits if confirmed. Senator Ron Wyden criticized the chaos at Social Security, pointing to staffing cuts and closures of field offices. Bisignano promised to improve the agency's services and ensure adequate staffing for beneficiaries. Republicans, meanwhile, defended Trump, reiterating that no cuts to Social Security benefits were planned. Bisignano pledged to lead the agency as directed by the Senate Finance Committee. Governor Kathy Hochul, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and the Metropolitan Transportation Authority announced a $160 million plan to improve the Q70 LaGuardia Link bus service. The project will provide faster, more frequent, and more reliable service to LaGuardia Airport, connecting it to the subway in Jackson Heights and the Long Island Railroad in Woodside. The plan includes new bus-only lanes, traffic signals, prioritizing the Q70 bus, and increased bus frequency during peak hours starting June 1st. A designated pickup and drop-off area near Terminal C will reduce congestion, and wayfinding improvements will enhance the customer experience. The Port Authority Board is expected to approve the funding proposal. This initiative, recommended by an independent panel of transportation experts, is aimed at improving bus connections and creating a more efficient travel experience for thousands of passengers. Mayor Adams has announced a $5.5 million expansion of the city's free swim lessons, aiming to serve nearly 18,000 students. The initiative, first revealed in his 2025 State of the City address, will target underserved communities and help families save $1.3 million on swimming lessons. The program will add 4,800 second graders to the swim lessons, which will be held at New York City public school pools and selected indoor pools. The expansion includes free swim safety classes that will be offered in winter, spring, and fall, with each session serving about 120 students. NYC Parks already taught over 13,000 young people to swim in fiscal year 2024. Additionally, more than 6,800 people participated in the city's Learn to Swim program. With this expansion, the city aims to enhance water safety skills for children and support families in underserved areas. Now it's time for global updates. Oscar-winning Palestinian director Hamdan Bellal was released by Israeli authorities after being attacked by Jewish settlers in the West Bank. Bellal, known for directing No Other Land, was beaten while filming the assault outside his home. He was detained by the Israeli army and held at an army base where he was blindfolded and left in freezing conditions. Bellal, who won an Academy Award for his documentary, was released with visible injuries, including bruises and blood stains on his clothes. His wife Lamia heard him scream for help as he was beaten by 3 armed men in uniform. She said she feared for her family's safety after the Oscar win. The attack occurred in the village of Suzia, where settlers, some in military uniforms, threw stones at Palestinians during Ramadan. Bellal and 2 other men were accused of throwing rocks, which they denied. The film No Other Land highlights the struggles of Palestinians living under Israeli occupation, a subject that has sparked increased violence in the region. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. A group of Venezuelan immigrants was deported from the US to Honduras and then sent to Venezuela following an agreement between the three countries. This deportation came one day after a Venezuelan government official announced that it would resume accepting deportees from the US. The flight, which marked an increase in deportations amid rising tensions between the Trump administration and Venezuela, was part of the US's broader immigration crackdown. Venezuelan migrants were detained and sent to a military base in Honduras before being flown to Venezuela. The U.S. expects more deportation flights to Venezuela in the future. The Venezuelan government had sent planes to the U.S. to pick up deportees, which was seen as a breakthrough in relations. However, the process faced setbacks after the Trump administration reversed key licenses for companies operating in Venezuela. Last week, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned of escalating sanctions if Venezuela did not cooperate fully. These deportations, including a previous operation via Honduras, indicate growing U.S.-Venezuela tensions and complex diplomatic negotiations. Russia and Ukraine reached an agreement to ensure safe navigation, prevent the use of force and stop the use of commercial vessels for military purposes in the Black Sea, according to the Trump administration. This agreement follows talks between U.S. officials and both Russian and Ukrainian delegations in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky confirmed that the agreement was in effect immediately, and Russia also acknowledged the terms. However, Zelensky expressed concerns over what actions would be taken if Russia violated the agreement, hinting that Ukraine would seek more weapons and sanctions from the U.S. in that case. The Kremlin's statement mentioned that in return for the deal, the U.S. would help restore Russian agricultural exports, reduce the shipping insurance costs, and improve access to ports and payment systems. The deal resembles the earlier Black Sea Grain Initiative, which Russia had previously walked away from. In addition to the maritime agreement, both sides discussed measures to stop strikes on energy infrastructure. The Trump administration plans to focus next on a ceasefire for the movement of essential goods and further peace negotiations. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Trinity Rodman made her return to the U.S. women's national team for the first time since the 2024 Olympics, as head coach Emma Hayes named her in the 24-player squad for upcoming friendlies against Brazil. The team will gather in California next week for the matches, along with Rodman. The squad closely mirrors the one selected for the 2025 She Believes Cup, with 19 players from that team included. Alana Cook, a center-back for Kansas City Current, also made her return to the U.S. WNT for the first time since 2023 after having to withdraw from the 2024 W Gold Cup due to injury. Two uncapped players have been added to the squad: Manchester United goalkeeper Fallon Tullis-Joyce and Houston Dash player Avery Peterson, who will play as a left back during the camp. Additionally, Angel City goalkeeper Angelina Anderson and Chelsea forward Mia Fischel will join as training players. Fischel's return comes after a long recovery from an ACL injury. The U.S. will face Brazil on April 5th at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, before a rematch on April 8th at PayPal Park in San Jose. Hamzat Choudhury made a strong debut for Bangladesh, dominating midfield with composure and tenacity. However, despite their dominance, Bangladesh's poor finishing cost them, as they were forced to settle for a 0-0 draw against India in their 2027 AFC Asian Cup qualifier at Shillong's Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. Chowdhury, who plays for Sheffield United on loan from Leicester City, brought much-needed control to Bangladesh's play, especially in the first half. Despite this, Bangladesh squandered at least 5 clear chances, including an early opportunity from Mujibur Rahman Johnny and Mohammad Ridoy, both of which were missed due to hesitation. Bangladesh kept pressing, creating several opportunities, including a header by Shahriar Imon that narrowly missed. However, their momentum stalled when Captain Topu Burman was injured and forced off in the 22nd minute. India had their own chances, but Bangladesh's defense, led by Mithul Marma, kept them at bay. In the second half, Johnny had another chance to win the game but shot straight at the Indian goalkeeper. Bangladesh will now face Hong Kong and Singapore while India prepares to meet the same opponents in their qualifiers. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,704.21. The NYSE Composite is increased by 249.91 points or 1.28%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,780.54. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 172.05 points or 0.46%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,369.98. The Shanghai index is decreased by 0.05 points or 0.00%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,344.25. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 561.31 points or 2.35%. Bombay stock close price is 78,017.19. The Sensex index is increased by 32.81 points or 0.04%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump supports National Security Advisor Mike Waltz after military plans leak. Trump reinforces U.S. interest in Greenland amid criticism from leaders. Trump administration stopped some green card processing over fraud concerns. Senate committee voted on Dr. Mehmet Oz's nomination to lead Medicare and Medicaid services. Senate Democrats challenge Trump's Social Security nominee over agency disruptions. Governor Hochul announces $160 million plan to improve Q70 bus service to LaGuardia Airport. Mayor Adams announces $5.5 million investment to expand free swim lessons for 18,000 NYC students. Oscar-winning director Hamdan Bilal released after alleged attack by Israeli settlers and army detainment. Venezuelan immigrants deported to Venezuela via Honduras after U.S. agreement. Russia and Ukraine agree to ensure Black Sea safety. Trinity Rodman returns to US WNT for friendlies against Brazil. And Hamza shines but a wasteful Bangladesh held to goalless draw against India. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.